What's going on, guys? Unfortunately, the Evil Dead the Game website doesn't have a lot of information on it, and the only way you can find some information is through the Twitter page, where they have links to some of the interviews they've done or exclusive they've given to game magazines like Game Informer. So in this video, this is what we're going to look at. We're going to look at the Twitter pages, what they posted. As you can see right here, they talk about some of the characters you get to play as well as going deeper into the system that they're using for Evil Dead the Game, which they talk about on this Game Informer article that I have put up that we'll take a look at. So let's go ahead and jump into the characters that they showed some of the skills for. We have, starting with Ash from Army of Darkness. This is pretty important because you can play as all of the different Ash incarnations throughout the story of Evil Dead. So you get to play as Ash from the Army of Darkness, from Evil Dead 1, Evil Dead 2, and even Ash versus the Evil Dead, the TV series that came on with old Ash. So it says Ash from Army of Darkness is a warrior and a master of the chainsaw, able to deal major damage and dismemberment at high speed. No surprise there. But he also has the ability to restore health. Well, it also got the ability to restore his health, reduce his fear, reduce his damage received, and deal more damage. Now this comes into play because they have like a class system in place, and each of the different Ashes fit into one of those class systems. And it's like leader, hunter, warrior, and we'll go into those a little bit. What I really liked was these pictures they used. These are really well done art pictures. It would be pretty cool to get these in some kind of frameable picture. Next we have Ed Getley, the vital member of Professor Nobi's dig team. I think it's from Evil Dead 1. And now we know why. A unique flashlight that detects and disarms demon traps. He's also a hunter class and a master of the crossbow, dealing bonus damage at high speed. Get the crossbow there. He has his hatchet axe cutting down the Evil Dead tree. See the smoke coming out. Had his flashlights and his chest. These pictures are great, man. They're great. All right, moving on. We have Annie Nobi, loving daughter, archaeologist, and hardcore demon hunter. She's a leader class with the ability to boost her team's damage dealing to all evil entities. Her relic hunting skills allow her to temporarily detect objective items from a long distance. And then we got her with the Magnum. Here I don't know what she's doing there. Detecting stuff, I guess. She got a shotgun. She's doing some kicking and some punching. Kicking and some punching. Them Kandarian demons. And then we have Ash Williams from Ash vs. Evil Dead, aka the Boomstick Butcher with the chainsaw hand. Leader class with an active skill called Show Up and Blow Up, which is exactly what it sounds like. He generates a forceful explosion to knock evil for a loop. And these are really, this artwork is really good. Really, really good. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. With that said, let's go ahead and check out the Game Informer here, where they talk about the different survivors. They show their skills here. So we're going to zoom in on that and go over that. But we're going to check out the different classes. So leaders are all about auras and playing close to your friends. While this might seem like a no-brainer for survival, some of the more advanced strategies involve splitting up the survivors in order to push for objectives extremely fast before the demon can grow in power or lock down locations. If you do plan to stick close to your allies, leaders come with a variety of cool bonuses to make your entire group stronger, such as reducing incoming damage, boosting outgoing damage, reducing fear buildup, and more. Bringing leaders makes everything easier, so if you plan to be a team player, grab a leader and go. For warriors, they love getting into melee combat and have extra health to support them in scraps. Warriors are better with melee options like axes, chainsaws, shovels, and more. Warriors generally get cool abilities to help them roll around in a pack of deadites, executing finishing moves to tear their body's parts off with style. Many warrior perks activate based on engaging in close proximity combat and can even give temporary shields or invulnerability. For the hunter class, It says, while ammo can be tougher to come by than something to whack your enemies with, hunters excel at ranged potions and can even use skills to reduce your need to scrounge up bullets. They can also hold more ammo, so once you're done with the opening phases of the game and loaded up to tackle objectives, you won't have to go hunting in houses for more. Hunters are also experts at finding more and better loot, so even if the demon finds you quickly, you might be able to find some really great gear before the situation gets dire. And then we have a support class, which comes with numerous skills to help keep your survivors in the fray, including ways to create shields, gain health, or reduce fear. They come with bonus starting consumables too. If you're looking to bring a guaranteed all-star to the team, pick Cheryl Williams, as her area of effect healing zone can turn the tide of matches in your favor in an immense fashion. In fact, she might even be borderline overpowered. So grab some coals and go rock with support. Remember, supports in Evil Dead, the game, are still going to be deep in the action, looting, shooting, and scooting, even when they're focused on helping to keep everyone alive. This article is by Daniel Tack. I wanted to go ahead and shout Daniel Tack out for this article, getting a heads up on the Evil Dead information. And I'll have this link down in the description also, so you guys can check out the video and get a little closer look if you want to dive deeper into what they're showing here on the screen. So right now we have how it's set up. Yes, leader, warrior, hunter, and support. You see there's only 3 of each one except for hunter, which has 4 classes. We even see we have the cop lady from Ash vs. Evil Dead. We got, I can't remember what his name was. I wanted to call him Pedro or something like that, but I can't remember what his name was here in the support class. So Ash versus Evil Dead. We say his active skills are, he is in the leader class. Now you can only have one leader of each class. So you can't have multiple of the same character. Or you can have multiple in the same class, but not multiple of the same character. Once a character is picked, it's locked in. So you can't have 4 Ashes from Ash versus Evil Dead in there. So his skills are El Jefe, which is an aura that affects all survivors within range, increasing their fear resistance and the damage they inflict. Old Friend, start the match with the chainsaw. And El Jefe Grande enhances your area effect when you perform a finisher or dismember an enemy. So you don't start the match with a chainsaw for other players. That's kind of interesting. I wonder if the other Ashes have the chainsaw or not. That's Ash for Ash vs. Evil Dead. We have Lord Arthur. This is from Evil Dead 3, or Army of Darkness. When activated, the ability increases the damage inflicted by your melee attacks and those of your nearby teammates. In addition to reducing fear levels, if Lord Arthur has a sword, he inflicts extra damage. So Weapon Master has heavy attack. You and all teammates within the R radius deal increased damage with heavy melee attacks. Start the match with a sword. For the Weapon Master, it's a light attacks. You and all teammates within the aura's radius deal increased damage with light melee attacks. And finished with fire. When you perform a finisher, you and your nearby enemy teammates are temporarily granted the Lord's Wrath ability. So that's Lord Arthur. They did not show who the other person was. Just kind of skipped Lord Arthur and went down to Henry the Red. So activating the ability temporarily prevents damage to health or shield. We know Henry the Red from Army of Darkness. Rebound reflects a percentage of the damage you receive back onto your attacker. Battle Harden increases maximum health and shield bar length. And Shields Up starts the match with an additional shield bar. Now this is in the warrior category. And you can see they each have their own level where I guess you can unlock different abilities and skills. Scotty, when activated, this explosive special move damages all enemies in the surrounding area. So you have collateral damage, which is your heavy melee attacks inflict additional damage to nearby enemies. You have exposure therapy, which partially reduces your fear levels with every enemy you kill. And the Lumberjack Axe Weapon Mastery. The Lumberjack Axe has increased damage and attack speed, as well as increased balance bar and dismemberment damage. And then Ash Williams from Army of Darkness. When activated, this ability will grant you health restoration, fear reduction, increased damage, or a reduction of damage received. He's level 1. I think this is like a ability or item that he has that says when activated. So this section right here, right above, I think that's like an item. So it says Bloodsucker, a percentage of the damage from the last hit in your combo attack is restored back to you on health. Shield Blast, each time your shield loses a bar, it triggers an explosion, damaging any nearby enemies. And then the Chainsaw has increased damage and attack speed, as well as increased balance bar dismemberment damage. And you see he has his metal hand, so he'll be holding the chainsaw with his hands if he finds it. We got Ash from Evil Dead 2, pre-cut off hand, before he goes crazy and cuts off his hand. If you haven't seen Evil Dead 2, I'm sorry, I've ruined that for you. Activating this ability exercises a demon from any possessed survivor or basic unit. If used on possessed elite or boss units, the ability drains some infernal energy from the demon. Oh, okay, so that's an ability. For Treasure Hunter, you can see supply crates through walls at close range. Weapon Master Boomstick. The Boomstick has increased damage and attack speed, as well as increased balance bar and dismemberment. And this is my Boomstick. Start the match with the Boomstick. Didn't he say this is my Boomstick in Ash or Army of Darkness? So I feel like that would be a better Army of Darkness stat, weapon mastery, and this is my Boomstick. Because even though he had his hand cut off, he did have the chainsaw, but he fell with it and then he made the middle hand. But he came up, he was like, this is my Boomstick. We stand on top of the truck or on the car. Great scene. All right, moving on. Ed Getley. When activated, this ability grants use of a unique flashlight that allows you to detect and temporarily disarm demon traps. So he has the Collector. Increases the chance that defeated enemies will drop items. Also improves the quality of any items you find. Weapon Master Crossbow. The crossbow has increased damage and attack speed, as well as increased balance bar and dismemberment damage. And Enduring Light. Enemy increases the battery life of your flashlight. Imagine in Dead by Daylight if only like one person could have a flashlight. That'd be kind of crazy. I think everybody else has flashlights as well, just he's like a master of flashlights. Kelly Maxwell. When activated, you dodge without using stamina, and your ranged attacks cause bleeding damage to your target for a short period. Kelly Maxwell. She's from Ash vs. Evil Dead. Battle Frenzy. Your melee damage increases the longer you are in sustained combat. Weapon Master Meat Hammer. The Meat Hammer has increased damage and attack speed, as well as increased balance bar and dismemberment damage. And Counter Shot. Your next range attack after a successful dodge inflicts blessing damage on your target for a short time. This is pretty cool. We got Amanda Fisher, also from Ash vs. Evil Dead. When activated, this ability allows you to temporarily fire your ranged weapons without expending any ammunition. Accuracy counts. Damage dealt by your ranged weapons increases with each consecutive hit. Trusty Sidearm. Start the match with a pistol. Weapon Master Pistol. The pistol has increased damage and attack speed, as well as increased balance bar and dismemberment damage. Next we have, his name is Sabertooth. Next we have Pablo. It wasn't Pedro, it was Pablo. Pablo Simon Bolivar. Activate this skill to begin creating an amulet and then drop it to the ground on completion. As Infernal Camouflage, demons are no longer able to detect you using demon vision. Shamanic Protection, your shield bar will gradually recover over time until you have at least one full bar. And the Legacy of El Brujo, begin the match with an amulet. Pablo. We have Cheryl Williams. So Cheryl Williams, activate this ability to create a healing zone for you and your teammates. Contact healing. When you drink a Shimp's Cola, nearby teammates will also gain health. Carry more Shimp's Cola and start the match with one in your inventory. Drinking a Shimp's Cola partially reduces your fear and the fear of nearby teammates. Contact healing. When you drink a Shimp's Cola, so Shimp is like, I know just another name for Bruce Campbell. It's like Shimp Malone is a name he uses a lot. I don't know the meaning behind it. I just know that's what he uses. When activated, this ability reduces fear levels for you and nearby teammates. Ash Williams from the Evil Dead. Alternative healing. Successful heavy melee attacks partially restore health for you and nearby teammates. Marked target damage. Headshots will mark the target. A follow-up shot from a teammate will deal additional damage. And marked target healing. Headshots will mark the target. A follow-up shot from a teammate will restore a percentage of the damage back to them as health. That's kind of cool. So I can see a lot of people playing as all of the Ashes. I think the Ash support skills are pretty nice, pretty useful, as long as people know how to get headshots. So that's all we have. We skipped this person in the middle. I don't know who that is. Is that the girl that he brought with him on his date? What's her name? The professor's daughter who came to the cabin in the second one. Like, you can see it like blink for a second. But that's what we have. That's what we know so far. Hopefully we get some more information soon on all of this stuff, because the game's supposed to come out next month in May. So we haven't really gotten a lot of information. We have to kind of rely on Twitter to try to jump in and see what's going on with it. I kind of hope that they do add some more to the website so we can go in there and look at that. And I hope that they have a beta, open beta, so more people can get a chance to play it, or at least come out as like early access. But that would be like around now if they did that. So we'll have to keep our eye out on it. It seems pretty cool. A lot of the environments, the idea behind it sounds pretty fun. I just hope they are able to execute and deliver it well. So that's what we have right now for that again. And stay tuned. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We'll try to have some more information as it comes out for Evil Dead the game. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.